Okay, so next game, another Indian, Vaishali from from India, as I said. I think she's rated about 2400, and I believe she's the sister of Prague, who I played earlier today. And she is competing for Team Kramnik. Obviously, Team Polgard took the lead now that Nihal won, so I'm not rooting for any team, but I'll try and make that the only only loss, so that they win. Anyway, enough talk. Let's play. Gonna go, I think, for the most double-edged line of the Nimzo here, where I get these very ugly double pawns, but I do get the bishop pair and some potential initiative in the center, but it generally isn't very good for other than blitz and perhaps rapid. D6 is sensible. Usually you want to set up a blockade with a knight of some sort. Castles I'm not 100% sure about, because you do allow potentially annoying pin here. But it probably isn't bad, but I wouldn't have allowed it. E5 now. I think I'm just gonna close the shop. And I'll take on G6. Oh, sorry, on F6. Why not? Knight G3, there's F5. Let's go Queen D2 first, maybe? King H7, Knight G3. Maybe there's no reason not to go G4. I feel like it may be a bit blocking, but it looks good positionally. I'm thinking now the queen side is going to be fairly closed, since it's hard to break there anywhere. And it feels like I have an advantage on the king side, and thus I should be better. But obviously, considering the close nature of the position, winning the game isn't going to be easy. And so she goes for b5, which seems a bit overzealous to me. Sort of a hyper accelerated Banku gambit, but I think it's a bit too much. I should probably have taken on b5 there. Okay, now we'll go knight h5 first. We check not to allow the knight to get here, and then I'll happily accept the pawn sack. And yeah, b5 was just too much. Now after c4, bishop a6, I will just fortify my position with c4. If takes cb5, I got two strong passers, and while her king is pretty safe, so is mine. f5, I don't think this works, but desperate times, desperate measures. So I can see where she's coming from here. She's at least trying to open up a little bit, make my task a little bit more tricky. And bishop a6, yeah, this is very sensible. She definitely chose the best chance here. So I'll go c4. I'm opening up for queen b2, but my king can hide on g3, so I don't mind that. And if rook e8, I will oppose on the e-file. h5 I'm not worried about. I think I'll just bring the rook in. If hg, I can't go fg, but I can also consider other more forcing moves. Now, after rook e8, maybe I could have played f6 on the last move, but I think here f6 is strong. I have a mating threat with queen f5. And then queen h5. And h4, I can hide, but I think I can also just take it. And I'm usually not one for style points, but let's play for the gallery for once. Queen f2, I'll just go king h5. It's not necessary, but a few things in life are necessary, but we still do them. Okay, now she resigned because she was threatening mate there with king g6 with a discovered check, but now after the discovered check I just take the rook, and otherwise I got queen f5 and then either queen g5, queen g7, or queen h5 first and then back. Okay, good game. I think it was instructive in several ways. Probably most of all from the fact that from the way that she created counterplay there, she actually chose to give up a pawn and then 2 more pawns just to get some open files. And especially in faster games, if you have a cramped position, that can be the way to play. And even though I managed to navigate here, another time it might have been very successful.